And then the surprise that comes in Elle is that this woman who's brutally raped Michel Leblanc, an entrepreneur, she refuses to call the police, and she buys pepper spray and learns how to shoot.
Yeah, that's what he does, but also the way Verhoeven shows it in the film, I think that I don't know if it's unconsciously or intuitively, it's almost like, let's say, it's almost like she was disconnected from what happened to her. And in the course of the film, you happen to understand that her childhood was initiated through this tragedy that the father was a serial killer. I'm not saying that this is an explanation, it's more like an information, but which make it understandable, let's say, the way she reacted. It's almost like the rape happens to her, and probably something even worse might have happened to her, and that is maybe what happened to her in her childhood. Nothing is really lined up in the film. I think voluntarily Verhoeven leaves gaps that it's likely to anybody to fill up those gaps, to fill in those gaps, and to give your own interpretation to what happens to her. So at the end of the film, you have a great amount of questioning, no definitive answers, but maybe everybody can give its own answer to all these questions that are being raised in the film.
But what Verhoeven really does give you a great deal of credit for is making the film possible. He said he couldn't have made it with anyone else. And he also said that you brought a certain tone to the movie that affected everyone else on the set and changed the film. Do you know what he's talking about?
Yeah, well, there was, if you are talking about the sense of humor of the film, and that was, yeah, that really covers the whole film. That's why sometimes, surprisingly, I heard that people said it's a rape comedy. No, that's for sure. It's not a rape comedy because you can't put the two words together. That's for sure. But it has funny moments. But the funny moments and the sense of humor operates more like a counterpoint to the gravity of the story, to the depth of the story, and it's also almost like a posture that the character has. It's almost like a stoicism, the way she always takes things with a great sense of humor. That's how the funny side operates in the film. Not really like a comedy, more like a way of showing that person towards what happens to her.